In J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, it follows the story of Frodo Baggins, who is a little hobbit. They are in this universe of human heroes and strong dwarves and mystical elves and all this. These are simple farm folk. And in the story, it's Frodo that ends up with Sam to destroy the ring. It's the inspiration from the Bible that these stories are taken. And it is a really good illustration of what a lot of the stories of the Bible illustrate about this subversion of modern tradition and ideas, whatever the time is. It's not modern to us, but the time. And that's what's shown in this first reading. In this first reading, it talks about the kingdom of Israel is being created through this lineage from Abraham to his second son, not his first Ishmael, but his second, Isaac. And this is shown in the story of Isaac. As Isaac is getting old, he's starting to lose his sight, and Rebekah, his wife, tricks him into giving his lineage to his second-born son. It happens again and again, even in going all the way back to Genesis with Cain, the firstborn son, getting passed over for Abel, the second, and then to, Seth, which is the third. And then going to the story of David and Saul. It's a king versus a shepherd. All throughout the Old Testament, God prepares us for this message of subversion to ideas about the, essentially the underdog receiving the covenant. And in a day and age where it's common for the strong to be given all the privileges and all the rights, it's something that's really revolutionary. A revolutionary idea that's preparing us for Jesus, a poor carpenter boy born in a manger. Also in the gospel, Jesus describes this again in its full fruition in a very it's a very confusing passage, especially to me. I didn't really get it till today. We have two examples of where God's telling us about how the new teachings he's providing aren't going to destroy the old, but rather it's giving a sense of an evolution. The first example of the cloak, you're having the old piece of cloth, which is unshrunken, being attached to the new cloak with a hole in it. And if you do this, then it pulls upon this cloak and it can ruin it. It's the same thing in the story about the wineskins. They're saying to put the new wine, which is still fermenting and off-gassing, it would, ruin the old wineskin. and you'd lose the wine. In both examples, the form, the cloak, and the wineskin remain the same. But what he's talking about is the full fulfillment of these traditions, these guidance and rules that God set forth. It's not the rules themselves that are the objective, but rather God's love, and they're a pathway to learn about his love and fulfill them. And that's what he's trying to teach us, is that we're not to leave them behind, but be fully fulfilled in understanding that God is love, and through this love, we can get to know him and make the presence of Christ a little bit more and more apparent to the people around us each and every day. So take a look at applications today. Take a look at what parts of your lives where you feel like you're the underdog, and how is God trying to work his glory and grace through that, through our weakness. Through this sin, for instance, that's our greatest weakness, and it's our greatest opportunity to show God our love for him each and every day. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. God, may we look to the Beatitudes to understand how you want us to live. May we be meek and humble each and every day. Put you ahead of ourselves and decisions we make in our actions. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. God bless, and see you tomorrow.